So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about real topics, real solutions, real problems. We're gonna get into some real shit.
We gotta fix some shit. So first things first, in my opinion, and this is how I feel for real. Stay off the fucking news. People are so consumed these days. It's like I see it every day because I'm in people's houses, but even having a conversation with some people, like it's because conspiracy. People process information and they come up with their own idea on what that information meant to them when they clear as day said something completely different. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to socialize anymore. People don't know how to really socialize because they're so stuck. And I know it's hard, it's crazy times and things have changed and all that, but that shouldn't change the way you consume. I get it. We're all consumers and we all want to watch some things. But when it comes to media, like it's become Deco Drive at this point. It's become like e-news, right? And hot topics, hot buttons, trigger words. They use all these things to gain your attention, and then you start watching, and then you become such a weird. It makes you a weirdo, and it makes another thing is too because it's adding. So, like I said, we said this a few times too on other podcasts. All depending on what you consume, right? When you start watching something, I could be watching something about guns, right? Where somebody's into guns. And then as soon as you sit down and have a conversation with this dude, somehow or some way he brings up guns. And you're like, what? We weren't even talking about that. I was talking about peanut butter and jelly. Mm-hmm. Instead, he starts bringing up guns. And I'm like, I don't know. So whatever you're consuming the most at that time, is going to come out mid-conversation, even if you don't think...
Yeah, it's going to be on your mind.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and these people start... I mean, I can't have a conversation without them bringing up politics,
whatever they have,
or whatever's like the hot topic for that week. Instead of them using their own, dude, use your own brain. You have a brain in here. Mm-hmm. Use your own mind and come up with different topics of conversation because you are seriously starting to annoy the shit out of me. I'm so done with it, dude. And everybody thinks they're qualified enough. That's the thing. People really think that they're qualified. They start hearing something on the news, and then all of a sudden they're the scientists. You got a lab coat? You scientists? Mm-hmm. Or they come up with anything about politics. You politician? You're gonna run for office soon? Are you gonna make a change somehow? You're gonna change all this with you talking to me about it? Because it doesn't really do anything for me. It's the same thing with even when people talk to us about sports. I'm like, there's some things I want to talk about, and there's some things I'm just like, but that's just what they're into. I get it. It's water cooler talk.
Yeah.
This new news shit and the way I think the world is right now, and it's becoming water cooler talk, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I got different outtakes on the media thing. I think people consume too much of it.
No.
And they take it for 100% factual truth, right? They don't question that at all. But most time media is what's going on in the world. If we didn't really have it, we wouldn't know what's going on in the next county or the next city. It's good to be aware of what's going on. So it's good to know what's going on. As far as if the apocalypse, Walking Dead starts coming to Miami, and we don't have the news, we're gonna be like, he's gonna be hanging out in the patio, and there's gonna be coming. Oh shit, we didn't even know they were coming.
The news will just blame.
They'll blame somebody else, but we'll somehow.
It's Joe Biden's fault. Of course, it happened.
What I'm saying, the news used to be. The news, I don't even know if it used to be, but I know it used to be like when Walter Cronkite and back in the days in like the 80s, where it was just like headlines, breaking news, blah, 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 and they just tell you about what's happening. Yeah. It didn't give you an opinion on it. It didn't tell you why you should do it, what happened, why. Just like with newspaper, it was like, this happened today in Iran and blah, blah, blah. Right? And it wasn't like, whoa, this happened today in Iran. I think it should be banned in Iran. Then you got your opinion on top, because everybody got opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
But they're trying to push an opinion. They're trying to push a narrative.
Correct. So I think when you take news, there's always three sides to the story. There's their side, the other side, and the truth is in the middle. And I think you should just question it and just go and research the answers for yourself before you go and talk about it. Yeah. And then consuming too much, because I consume a bunch of different stuff, right? I consume politics. I look at space shit. I've been watching about supernovas.
Do an exercise on your own at home. Go through your YouTube, or even if you have a homeboy, because me and Mo do this all the time. Go through your YouTube and just scroll through what you're subscribed to, and just really look at the amount of things that you're subscribed to. And sometimes it's a good thing to have a wide range, and sometimes it's a bad thing. But just even when you're talking to a friend, then you'll really realize why they talk the way they do, why they think way they do, because you can really get a good gauge.
You can tell by talking to somebody. Yeah. But that's what I said. Some people use YouTube for entertainment. They go there just to be entertained, and that's cool. Some people go for actual like tutorials to learn about shit. Mm-hmm. Some people only use it for that. Mm-hmm. Some people use it get to, you know, follow other people and hear their content. So it's entertainment at the end of the day for the most part, anyways. Either way you look at it. So and people love to be entertained. That's why Netflix and Hulu has, you know, multi-million subscribers. They can raise the price and everybody's still there watching.
But news
it, so.
is your new entertainment. That's your new.
Well, no,
Netflix?
that's why people listen to other people talking about the news because they want their take on the news. So some people put a different spin on
Yeah,
it.
but
Like
literally-
Joe Rogan talking about anything,
Yeah.
even if it's political, sounds better than. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
That's why Joe Rogan's outpacing
Yeah, for
Fox
sure.
News,
Beats
MSNBC.
everybody.
Right? They're trying to.
Yeah.
They're trying to catch him, but he could talk about the same topic. Like he's been getting controversial topics now.
Yeah.
Where he's talking about the vaccine or whatever, and his take on it with
yeah.
his people is just better entertainment
Than
than
the
Fox
news.
News, right?
Way
Or
better.
or people think that, you know, they're more biased or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So like that's why he outpaces them 11 million subscribers or whatever he has
Yeah.
because people want news, but you know that's why they do have on most of these news channels they do have like an opinion guy, like to have a guy that like Sean Hannity on Fox or like Tucker Carlson. He's not giving straight news. But people like the entertainment. I don't, you know, some people that's gonna like it. Some people, you know, I don't really watch it like that. I can't watch like a whole broadcast of.
But if my news
Tucker
wasn't,
Carlson.
if I'm not looking at a person, like some of these people become personalities, and those personalities become the news. I don't want to know about that. I don't want the personality. I want the news.
Yeah, but they're opinion pieces. They're not news. That's the difference.
That's the problem.
That's the difference. They're not news. Have fun. That's the difference. They're not news. They're opinion, and that's where you need to. That's where you need to come in with your brain to be
Correct.
able to dissect that.
Yes.
Right. So that you don't take on their personality when you
Right.
go out into the world. Like that's why, you know.
Some of this shit is fake news too. And a lot of these people
Don't
don't
say
even
that
watch.
word.
Some of them
That's
do
like-
watch the news, and some of them instead watch.
That's like Trump.
They get their news
Help
off
me.
of Facebook. They get their
Yeah,
news
some
off
people
of,
only get the
and they
news.
only read the
Or this
the,
Nextdoor
the
app.
top topic.
The Nextdoor app
they
is
see
like everybody's news.
They see the topic, but they didn't read the article, and then that
Yeah, they didn't read the
think
article.
That
That's a lot.
topic
I say that all the
is their
time.
Is the
I say that all the
thing,
time.
and then they repeat it to me, and I'm like, I want to look into that though before we.
Yeah, I always do that. If somebody brings up something to me, I always go and look it up. I go and look and see, and I go like, all right, let me see what you said. What'd you say? You said that? Okay, cool. Let me go see that article. I'll read it for myself. Then when I read the article, they don't even say anything about what the title was. The title was just pulling you in,
Yeah.
which is advertisement. So
Yeah, it's smart way
You
to
know.
get you, but
people are gonna do it because it's consumed. That's the easy. That's the people are gonna do it. Joe, you know what I mean? Like, Joe Rogan, anybody that's in that business
Of course.
or in that arena is
So-
gonna do it. It's
it's media.
it's entertainment.
yeah,
People
it's-
love that shit. Like that's why people make, you know.
I need truth, not entertainment. And I also need people to stop being so fucking weird when it comes to them thinking that they're qualified enough to explain to me
Well, nobody's.
how that shit works.
Let's see, to be honest, nobody's qualified enough.
Right. Well, just give me
We're
the
all
news.
ignorant,
Yeah, true. Let's
so
just
we
give
all
me
can't know everything about
take the
everything.
news in, and don't make that your whole full
Your
day.
life.
Yeah, please. It's like consume some other
Enjoy,
shit
enjoy
sometimes.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's definitely going to help you not only if you haven't noticed it, it's going to help you in conversations. It's going to help you connect to people better. We're in customer service business, so if I was able to, you can't even bring that shit up. I go like
depends.
this. I go like this. Oh yeah.
It depends. That's why I like to know a lot about everything, because when I talk to people, it's like this guy will be like, "Man, did you see the new thing that passed?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, 51
crazy.
votes,
Yeah.
51 votes, and they only need 3
It's good to
more."
be aware.
And then they're like, "Oh, damn!" Or we were talking, and the guy's like, "Did you see the?" You know, this happened. I'm like, yeah, I saw it the other day. It was great, man. We seen when the thing, blah, 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 blah. And we get into deep conversation sometimes with that. And they don't just think you some dumb, like, service
dumb
guy
guy, yeah.
coming here that don't know shit
But it's
about
not good
shit.
to bring up politics or religion. In
I let them bring it up.
any
I don't bring up
situation.
anything.
Yeah, any
I
situation.
let other people bring it up, and then I can jump on it. So
In sales, it's best to
Yeah.
stay away from those topics. So this way, they don't have an opinion on you. Really, I'm here to fix your shit.
yeah, that's why I let them bring it up. When they were sitting there talking to me, and they like, "Oh, you man, did you see this?" I'm like, "All
Hey,
right,
bro,
cool."
Don't bring up any of that shit to customers. Just
See,
focus
that's
on
that's
customer
another
service.
problem. See that right there is to me is kind of that's gotten even worse now that you can't bring up certain shit around
Yeah,
people
yeah.
because they get
Sensitive
offended. It's like, bro,
subjects.
me and not the same. I'm gonna like the certain thing. I like red, you like blue. Like if I bring
Well,
up,
you
I
gotta
don't
keep
like
your
blue.
eyes to the
I don't like
sky,
blue.
boy.
I don't like blue, and you like, oh, this guy don't ever call this guy to
There
my
was a
house
guy
again.
that
He
liked-
doesn't like
There
blue.
was a guy that liked me more than Moses because he believes in aliens and I believe in
Yeah.
aliens, and I'm like, he's like, keep your eyes,
Keep your eyes to the sky, brother.
boy.
I'm like, bro,
yeah,
you
give
don't
me
gotta
a-
call me no more.
Anyway, we got a good tip out of it.
Yeah. So, anyways, just I think when we consuming, which we're gonna do, I don't think there's no way out of that right
no,
now.
but you
the
don't
way
have
the
to make it
media
your
is.
life, dude. Don't make it your life.
Yeah, some people it is their life. I don't know. I don't
Don't
have
do it.
really a thing. I
Don't
don't
do
have
it.
a thing on that. They could do it if that's
Turn the
something they
fucking
wanna
news
do.
off.
I don't know what else they're gonna do with
Be a
their
normal
life. The
person.
problem is.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes things consume you so much that once you drop it, if you really have a gap in your life after you drop something that's just entertainment and media, and you have a problem finding something else to do, or how to fill that gap, you got an addiction. You're addicted to media.
Yeah,
You're addicted
it's
to
hard.
entertainment. You're addicted to something, and not even recognizing that became your new normal. Get away from it, dude. If there's something that's that big of a deal in your life, drop it and just see how big of a gap it'll leave, and try to
that's the
replace it
thing.
with something.
Well, then this is getting more silent because we talk. What's funny is I was talking to my wife about
It's all up in
addiction
here.
too.
It's all up in
We're
here.
talking about that too, and it's like I love to do stuff and then stop doing it and just
See,
go with that.
yeah.
Just like with people with drinking or Red Bull
Yeah.
or cigarettes or all sorts of shit. If you could stop it,
And see,
let it go, then you know you're not addicted. When people say like somebody, I think we were talking about with addiction. We were talking about. I forgot what it was, man. It was something we were talking about, but it was like people don't even know that they're addicted to it.
yeah, was it like is it like your phone or
Wasn't
media?
It wasn't alcohol. It was we're talking about weed.
I know, there it is.
We're talking about weed.
Oh
Right?
yeah, people have no
because
idea.
people you get into a conversation with somebody and I guess we're going on a different topic, but we're talking about weed. So it was like, yeah, I said people would say like, oh man, I can't go to sleep without it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or I can't function without it, or I can't like leave the house. Some people got to wake up in the morning and smoke weed,
Wake and
just
bake.
so they can go out and be part of
used to be-
society,
They used to be me.
right? So that
Shout out to all you weed smokers, by the way.
is an addiction.
It is.
As long as you can say, like some people say, I smoke for recreational. Okay, I get that. That's cool. That's the same
But
thing
it's
as drinking.
yeah.
Go out and drink for recreational. Cool. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
But if you can't function in a daily life
Don't.
without doing something,
Yeah, that's a
an
problem.
addiction.
You build a
Just like with
dependency.
coffee.
It's a
Coffee is an
dependency.
addiction, right? Some people say they can't leave the house, right? I like to push myself all the time just to see if I can
Go
if
without
I'm
it.
addicted to it.
Yeah.
Right? Because I like to push it. I just like to push the
Also, like
envelope on
control
shit.
over my own shit. Like I'd
Yeah,
wanna
because
know.
if right now tomorrow coffee goes out of business and there's no more coffee, the coffee beans are droughted, what are you gonna do? You gonna kill yourself? You're not gonna be able to go out and function. If weed stops from tomorrow, people are gonna be like, oh man, I can't even go outside and
True.
function. I
True.
can't even go to sleep anymore.
But it's not just weed.
like, come
It's opioids. It's also
No, I'm saying, but we were
sleep,
at that
like,
point
they
we were
take
talking about
sleeping
because the
medication.
people that we talk to usually when they say weed, they will never say like they're addicted to it.
Yeah, no, they don't.
No weed person
It's
is
a part
gonna
of
be
their
like,
daily life now.
and they're gonna make excuses or things for it to make you think like, oh
Like,
no,
to
I
make it
really
sound
need it.
like
Like this
it's
one
part
guy,
of it.
we was in Vegas and he was showing us the difference between sativa.
Yeah.
Cause we went to
And
one of
indica.
the weed spot, indica,
Yeah.
and then the mix,
Yeah.
and then the CBD half,
Yeah.
half, whatever.
Yeah,
And he's like,
hybrid.
yeah. So when I take this, this is when I'm gonna go out, maybe go to the mall, go hang out or whatever. Then I'll do the sativa.
No,
if
I
I'm gonna
just
go
do
out
that
and wake
without
up, if
anything.
I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I need to go be operative
mood
and do
adjuster.
shit, then I need the indica.
It's a
And if
mood.
I'm gonna do this, then I do a mix because if I got like a pain in my back, because I always got pain in my back from
Yeah,
working.
yeah.
This dude's like 25
It's
years
true.
old,
But
and he's got pain in his back from working, walking around, selling
It's a
people
mood
weed.
manipulator.
So it's like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you take different weed for everything. That's
For
a
all your-
medicine.
Yeah, it's a medicine.
That's
how
an
you're using
addiction.
it. Yeah, you're using it as
So-
an upper and downer.
So about the addiction part, I guess this is going with the way we're talking about. But anyways, like
Any
you
addiction.
don't need it.
Yeah.
Like, can you stay off it? Of course.
Yeah.
Like that's when you can test yourself. Can you stay off it? Can you not smoke weed for a week?
Yeah.
Probably not. Somebody
See
who
how-
really
see how-
smokes weed.
And there's another thing too.
And you're
like-
gonna be different too.
Yeah, and personally between me and a lot of people don't know it, but I was drinking a lot at one point in time, and I was like, you know what? I don't need to quit this because I'm not at that point yet. But would my life be better without it? Let me just see. And I just completely quit drinking for I'm at, I think a year and a couple months right now. So it did make my life better. So if it does make an adjustment or it does make your life a little bit better, just if you can think clearer, drop it. But you'll know it. You'll know within the first. Just try for 1 month. A lot of people do that experiment.
yeah,
try
they're-
it for 1 month and see how it feels.
They're all altering. It just depends on what it alters. Like weed, for me, when I used to smoke when I was younger, it made me paranoid.
I'm like,
I thought people was watching me like, what are you talking about me
You talking
for?
about- you say
So
something to
it's
me right
like-
now? I'm like, he's like, no.
And I don't
we're
need
just
that.
smoking.
You know what I mean? Let's like with alcohol, I like to drink.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to, socially be at home or whatever and drink. I don't try to like drink during the week and be doing shit all that.
No.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So as long as if it becomes a problem where it's affecting like my father was an alcoholic, it affected our life.
Yeah.
It affected my world. It affected my mom's world. So it was like that was a problem.
Yeah. For sure.
You need to understand that, fix that. He wasn't able to do that.
Yeah, you can't
So-
separate. And sometimes whatever it is that you're addicted to, including media, but with drugs or any of the type of stuff, it does affect your brain to think that you need it. You depend
You
on
need
it.
it, yeah.
You're in it. You build a
Well, that's
dependency,
addiction. Yeah, you
and it
need
doesn't. I always consider it as an it. It's like it drives you to not think that it's a problem. It pulls you away from thinking it's a problem, and then before you know it, you are one of those people that
Well,
you used
yeah.
to make fun of or used to look at like, ew, how'd that guy get there?
Because you look at anything,
Yeah.
whatever you say is doing, there's people that are doing what you're doing anyways.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you said it makes you happier. There's people that are happy without it.
Yeah,
If you said
100%.
it makes you sleep, there's people that sleep well without it. Like if you go to the doctor and they tell you that something like that, and then you know what I mean, you got to go off for whatever that advice or whatever. But for the most part, a lot of the shit is like, oh, I'm anxiety, right? I got anxiety around people. Well, there's a lot of things you could do to fix that besides taking a drug that's gonna alter your whole situation. You know what I mean? So it's like
It's leaking into another topic I have, but yeah.
yeah, but what so that's addiction, especially the media. I'll tell you, I don't want to get into family business, but somebody in my family watches media every day, especially when COVID was going on.
Yeah,
it was
dude.
driving her crazy, and then she went to a point where she was just like,
You gotta notice it.
like
wait
you're
a
like,
second.
man, like do you really believe in everything, every word, everything that's being said, and it's making you like.
Nick Diaz said it best.
Crazy.
He goes, "They're selling you wolf tickets. Some of these things you're being sold wolf tickets, bro. It's a bunch of bullshit that they needed to put out there. And overall, just take control of your own shit. Really pay attention to something that could be a little bit.
Or find you could do something better than watching the media.